All right, I hope you're feeling more and more unstoppable. So on the last part of this series, I want to give you the exact definition Tim Grover gave me about what it takes to be a champion. Those that rise above good to become great. Remember, Tim is the elite performance trainer to Hall of Fame champions, so he knows what it takes. Here's what he said. A champion is one who pushes him or herself harder than anyone else, harder than anyone else would possibly ask of them. They are never satisfied. There's always more to do. There's always better. They know exactly who they are. They don't need to have other people pat them on the head or the back or on their butt, tell them that they did a great job or what he or she is doing is good. They actually prefer the silence because they don't need the attention. It's a distraction from their focus. They are fueled from within, not by the accolades of others. They are never intimidated by pressure. In fact, they thrive on it. They see it as a stimulus for growth. They look for those situations where pressure is possible and growth can be had. They know pressure occurs at the moments when meaningful accomplishment is possible. They welcome this pressure as it gives them the psychological energy to fuel their performance to new, great heights. You see, a champion never competes against anyone else. Their main competition is with themselves. They don't worry about what everybody else is doing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even occur to them to have it matter. The hardest person to compete against is always yourself, because no matter what you do, you're never going to be able to beat that person inside, but you can make them better. So there you have it. That's the formula to becoming unstoppable. This is how to ignite the best of you to come alive. This is how I challenge you to live. At least give it a try for the next 30 days. Let me give it to you, give you those 5 points again. So if you got your notepad ready, I want you to jot these down because this is how we're going to live for the next 30 days. All right, we're going to help you become relentless. You ready? Number 1, work harder than anyone else. Harder than anyone expects or can even imagine. Jump full on, head in. As MJ said, heart is what separates good from great. Number 2, know who you are. Don't look for accolades, acknowledgement, thank yous, or praise. Prefer the silence. You are doing what you do for you, no one else. Hold yourself to a standard of excellence, not for the recognition, but because that's who you are. And external praise is needless. Be great even when no one is watching. Number 3, look for pressure situations. Test yourself. Enjoy the intensity. Subject yourself to those situations that challenge you, if only for the thrill to see what you are made of. Have pressure ignite you, force you to dig deep, tap resources that you have had dormant in you for some time now. Thrive on pressure over the next 30 days. Number 4, see failure as an emotion of weakness. As Tim said, in a champion's mind, there is no failure. They will take that failure and turn it around and figure out a way to harness it into something that they want to achieve. They don't sit there and let it eat them up inside. Everyone's gonna fail at something. You're probably going to fail at more things than you're ever going to succeed at. To the champion, each failure is a learned lesson, one that you can now use to get to where you want to be. Or you could see it as Michael Jordan did. He said, "I've never lost a game, I just ran out of time." Number 5, and lastly, only compete against yourself. Your greatest competition is the person you are capable of being. Your greatest self is way more competition than anyone else could possibly be. Michael Jordan said it this way, "I'm not competing with anyone else, I'm competing with what I am capable of." You see, people forget something, and they will forget it about you too, by the way. Michael Jordan statistically was not a very gifted basketball player. He ranked 9th in field goals made, 6th in field goal attempts, 18th in total points. He wasn't a great rebounder and not number 1 in any major NBA statistic, except he missed more shots than any other player in basketball history. Yet, he's a 6-time champion, 5-time NBA MVP, and is called by the NBA itself the greatest basketball player of all time. How? Well, I've just given you the formula. I'll give it to you again quickly. Work harder than anyone else. Do it for you. Look for pressure situations and never see failure as final, and ultimately only compete against yourself, your better, more capable self. Do that, and one day they might call you a legend.